Congresswoman Paulina Luna joins me now. All right, Congressman, DOGE is still in service, but Musk is gone. How's that going to work?
Well, Russ Vought, we are hearing, is going to be taking over. As you know, Jesse, he is head of OMB, and I've actually known Russ for years, so he's definitely a financial and fiscal conservative. But I'd also like to say that actually at that press conference, they also had noted that some of the best minds, I would argue that a lot of these people are on the genius spectrum, are actually still in Washington, and DOGE will continue. In fact, they are projected to hit under this administration over $1 trillion in savings. And so in addition to the oversight and now the push from the administration to ensure that Congress is doing their job and pushing the president's agenda through, I do believe that we will still see those cuts. But it also means that the American people need to hold their members of Congress accountable to do the right thing. Because as we're seeing, Congress does have a spending problem, and there have been people there for decades on both sides that are part of that problem.
So why can't Congress cut spending? Why can't we just go back to the way we had it before COVID?
Well, I would say that many people make that argument, and I agree, Jesse. A lot of people, specifically people in many of these swing districts, are always worried about re-election. And frankly, I think that they're worried about explaining that to their constituents. But the fact is that we should go back to those pre-COVID spending levels. And ultimately, what we're finding is that you have people like President Trump who have now been given the runway to control the economy. I trust in the process, and I think that the economy is going to boom again. But you always have this, I would say, ideology in Washington that they're constantly worried about this next re-election. I would say that people, politicians specifically, want the Congress, whether you're in House or Senate, to focus on the president's agenda, codifying what DOGE has done, codifying these executive orders, stop posting about it, stop talking about it, and actually do it. And I think that you'll see that there's going to be massive wins in the long run.
How tough is it being in Washington? I mean, when they catch you with drugs, they don't say anything. And then when they don't catch you with drugs, they call you a drug addict. What's that like?
You know, Jesse, you know firsthand when I was first elected, and it's not just me, it's anyone who really stands up against the machine, they're going to try to smear you, right? What happened with Elon Musk, as soon as he came out as a conservative, as a Trump supporter, they really went after his companies. And they also try to go after people that were supporting his companies, right? These innocent Tesla owners. It is hard, and there are people that don't want to put their families through it because of the amount that the family goes through, that you go through personally, and then always you have these crazy people that are trying to kill you. But the fact is that what he has done for this country in regards to DOGE, in regards to actually helping from a social media perspective. Remember, Elon purchased X, and I do believe that that also single-handedly secured the election for President Trump because he could fight that false narrative. But ultimately, I mean, it's a massive sacrifice. He is part of those men, you know, they have the men that built America. And I do believe, in addition to President Trump, he's one of the men that saved America.
I agree with everything you just said. You mentioned that some of your colleagues are scared. They're scared to stick their necks out. What do you mean by that? They're afraid of getting attacked by the media, by the machine, by the intelligence agencies? What?
Well, I think it's a mix, right? I will use an example. You remember you had me on your show when I was talking about holding Merrick Garland in inherent contempt because he was protecting Biden's cognitive decline and did not want to release those tapes. There were actually 4 members of Congress that were getting calls from Merrick Garland that were being told not to take that vote, and they ultimately protected Merrick Garland. Whatever reasoning they had behind that, I would argue that if you have the Attorney General calling you, it's basically saying if you don't play ball, you're going to basically face consequences. But it's not just that. There are also people in swing districts that are facing tough re-elections, and so they're worried that if they do the right thing, that they won't get reelected. And I would say to those people that if you do the right thing at the end of the day when you're standing before God, and that you will have served your job well, you will have served the American people well, and you will have a clean conscience. And so I tell those people, don't be afraid, you'll be rewarded in the long run.
Good. I love that perspective. I guess when the AG calls you and tells you to do something, it's kind of a threat. Maybe they have something on you. Yeah, I guess you don't know.
Maybe.
But we need less people like that. They're going to fold so easily. Paulina Luna, have a great weekend. Thank you so much. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.